Welcome, Bearcats and parents. Today we're going to be looking at the conversion of percents to fractions as well as percents to decimals. Let's see how we convert a percent to a decimal. To convert a percent to a decimal, we remove the percent sign and we move the decimal 2 places to the left. That is the same as dividing that number by 100. So for example, if we had 80%, we all should know that our decimal is behind the zero. It's wearing a little invisibility cloak. You can't see it. You will move your decimal 2 places to the left and 80% will become 80 hundredths. Same if we have 71%, 2 places to the left, it will become 71 hundredths. And even if we have a decimal number, 66 and 6/10%, we take the decimal place we can see and move it 2 places to the left, and our decimal would be 666 thousandths, and that 6 is repeating, so there's a bar over it. Percent to a fraction. To convert a percent to a fraction, we write the percent, which is the number, over 100. Remember, percent means out of 100. Percent, out of 100. Without the percent sign, and then we don't forget to simplify. Always simplify. It is not an option. It is not a suggestion. Let's go ahead and practice simplifying. Let's look at some quick examples. If I have 90%, I'm going to write 90 over 100 because percent means 100. Then I find my GCF of 10 and I simplify my fraction down to 9/10. If I have 70%, I put 7 over 100. 7 is a prime number. The only factors it has is 1 and 7, and those are not shared with 100 common factors. So 700, is already in simplest form. So let's just jump right into our assignment. So our assignment tonight is percent to fraction. Number 1, 15%, we're going to write it just like we practiced. You're going to write 15 over 100 because percent means out of 100. Then we want to find the GCF of 15 and 100. Just by looking at it, I know that 5 in the ones place and 0 in the ones place tells me that this number is evenly divided by 5. If I divide the numerator by 5, I'm going to get 3. And if I divide the denominator by 5, I will get 20. And that is the simplest form of that fraction. Let's jump into number 4, which is 24%. Again, you're going to write 24 as my numerator, 100 as my denominator because percent is out of 100. Looking at 24 and 100, we can figure we can evenly divide it by 2. But then I also look and I see that I can go a little bigger. The GCF would be 4. How many groups of 4 in 24? 6. How many groups of 4 in 100? 25. So 6 25ths is the simplest form. And last but not least, we have 76%. Again, 76 over 100. We want to find the GCF for these numbers. So for this one, I'm going to do a factor tree. 76 and 100. 76 is not a normal multiple that we know, but I know I can evenly divide it by 2. So I start by multiplying 2 times something. 2 will go into 7 3 times. That's 6. 7 minus 6 is 1. 1 is less than 2. Check off my 3. Bring down my 6. How many times will 2 go into 16? That will be 8. I can circle my 2. It's prime. That side of the tree is done. Then 38. Again, in the ones place, it has an 8. It can be evenly divided by 2. 2 times what? Do a little side work. We figure out that it can be evenly divided by 19. 2 is prime, circle it. 19 is also prime. I circle it. 100, we know we can break it into 10 times 10. 10 is composite. 2 times 5. Again, 2 times 5. Circle, circle. I'm going to write out my factorizations. For 76 is going to be 2 times 2 times 19. For 100, it's going to be 2 times 2 times 5 times 5. We're looking for couples that they share. What couples do they share? I see a couple of 2 and another couple of 2. Remember, every couple will get an invitation. And the more couples we have, we remember to multiply those together. So 2 times 2 is going to give us 4, which will be our GCF for these two numbers. So I'm going to go back to my problem, and I am going to simplify my fraction by using the GCF of 4. 76 divided by 4 is going to give me 19. And 100 divided by 4 is going to give me 25. 19/25 is my simplest form. I hope that this was helpful or useful to someone. And remember, good luck, Bearcat.